This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast. I'm your host, Brett, with my co-host, Carl. What's going on, Carl?
Well, my neck's not messed up like last week, so that's good. I don't know how I got through that episode, really.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's hurting, man. I had to go to the urgent care the next day.
That's crazy. Urgent care on your birthday. Bummer.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's good. Your neck's better.
Better, but not well, but I can actually turn it now, so yay. Last week sucked. I shouldn't have just skipped the show probably, but it was a good show. I listened to it. I didn't have a whole lot of energy, but a lot of knowledge. A lot of views on that Frankenstein episodes. It was a success.
You didn't move around much for that episode.
Well, I will now because I got my new stool and I can really go to moving now.
Yeah, you're higher up on the totem pole there. I need to get me something, man. I need to.
Yeah.
Can't see my shirts no more or nothing.
I know, you can see my shirt for the first time. I don't have to pull them
up
like I used to.
Well, I like this chair because it's comfortable, but.
Well, I decided that the other chair really wasn't that comfortable. And this one I like.
There it's a little higher, but.
Not really.
Oh, well. Screw it. I need to find me a different chair. Like we were saying earlier.
This one would be too small for you.
Yeah, my fat ass won't fit on that little stool.
It's basically a stool with a back, but it's fine for me.
Yeah.
I'm only on this computer for the podcast and when I do wrestling and when we do role play. So works for me.
Well, they got them counter height ones now that you can get.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting one of them, but
this one will go actually higher, but I think this is a good length. If I get too high, I'll be away from my microphone. So
yeah.
Can't do that.
Unless you put your thing back on and your arm.
No, I don't like my arm. I like the doogler here. I still got my arm. I have a light on it now.
That's what I should use for my old ones. I
got
like 3 different ones.
Yeah, I've still got my old one.
But I like this new one, man. It's got hides the wire in it and all that kind of shit. So
I want one like Video Bob just got. His is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he bought all new shit, didn't he?
Yeah. I got a cat again.
I'm checking out I guess he's thinking about going to Rumble full time and
yeah, he is.
And not even being on, what do you call it? YouTube. So
yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. He's talking about going. I had dinner with him a few weeks ago,
but they shut him down the other day. So I think he's sort of pissed off about that. And
I don't think our show would fit on Rumble, but his would definitely. It's more of a political platform. We're good on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if we could throw pre-recorded episodes up there, maybe throw them on there.
Just good. I still wish we could put something on X. I don't know if it'd get any viewership or not, but hey, I'm drinking Mountain Dew tonight too. Halloween, quit knocking stuff over. Hey,
what is that? Flavor is that?
Baja Blast.
Oh, okay. Baja.
I guess I'm doing a show with a cat because she won't leave. She must like the new stool. What are we doing tonight anyway? I don't have a clue.
Well, tonight we actually got a request to do a movie from my daughter of all people, Jennifer.
Right.
And so shout out to my daughter, Jennifer. And tonight we're going to be doing the movie Joyride from 2001. It's sort of like a psychological horror thriller, all wrapped up in one there. Uh, Directed by John Dahl, written by Clay Tarver and J.J. Abrams,
The
produced by
J.J. Abrams.
the J.J. Abrams,
I didn't even know that.
produced by J.J. Abrams and Chris Moore. Cinematography, Jeffrey Jur. Edited by Eric L. Beeson and Glenn Scantlebury. Music by Marco Beltrami. The score was, I don't know, like your basic thriller score, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with the score, but I wasn't unimpressed with it.
It's sort of mediocre,
Yeah.
all around thriller score, not really horror themed, basically. So production companies are Regency Enterprises, A Bad Robot, and Live Planet.
Right. Bad Robot is J.J. Abrams' company.
Yeah. Distributed by 20th Century Fox, and we'll get into that later.
So it'd be a Disney thing now,
Yeah,
20th Century Studios.
yeah. But this movie didn't go to there.
Really? Where'd it go?
It stayed with the Regency Enterprises. They
Oh,
own
well,
now.
good.
They owned all the rights to it. So
So
yeah,
it don't belong to the
now Disney.
20th century.
Release date September 9th, 2001 at the Toronto International Film Festival. And then it was released October 5th, 2001 in the US. And I think it was released at the end of closer to Halloween for Europe and the UK and all that.
Gotcha.
Has a running time of 97 minutes. Country of origin, United States, English language. Had a budget of $23 million. And I think we could have did something way more better with this movie with $23 million than they did.
You think?
I think.
Well, it's produced 2 sequels.
Yeah, that's true, which I have never seen, by the way.
I haven't either, but remember I thought it was a different movie we were doing.
Yep, yep.
I thought we were doing Rest Stop.
And you were bummed out about it. You're
I
like,
was
oh
because I like
man.
Rest Stop.
Well, this is
Yeah,
sort
I was digging out in the closet. I'm like, here it is. Then I told Brett, "Are we doing Rest Stop?" You're like, "No, it's Joyride." I'm like, "Ooh, okay."
you've never even actually seen this movie before.
Brett, I don't think I've ever even heard of this movie before. If I have, I would have thought it would have been like another Fast and Furious, probably. I wouldn't even have known it was a horror thriller or psychological, whatever.
Yeah.
So no, I've never seen this movie until you mentioned it.
Okay.
Don't know, man.
Well, it didn't do that great at the box office. They made their money back and it only brought 36.6 million at the box office worldwide. So yeah.
When did this come out in relation to the Fast and Furious movies? Was it during? I guess I
I
don't know.
think right before, maybe right around the same time. I don't
So
know.
Paul Walker wasn't as big a star yet, probably.
Yeah.
He
So
looked young in this, younger.
yeah, you said he looked pretty.
He did, didn't he?
So
Very
well,
pretty.
let's go over the cast then.
Yeah, I done spoiled it, didn't I?
Then spoiled one of them. Paul Walker, as Carl said, as Lewis Thomas. Stephen Zahn as Fuller Thomas. They're brothers. Lily Sobieski as Venna Wilcox. Jessica Bauman as Charlotte Dawson. Matthew Kimbrough, uncredited, as Rusty Nail. Uh, he's credited at the very end of the movie after all the cast and crew.
He is, huh?
And they put it in Spanish as Clavo, which means nail, I guess, in Spanish. So next we got
Okay.
Ted Levine, uncredited, as the voice of Rusty Nail.
I know who Ted Levine is.
What's he probably most famous for?
I just know who he is. I just know the name. Tell
It
me.
put it puts the lotion on its skin.
Oh,
You don't know?
no
Wild
clue.
Bill from what do you call it? Uh
Never mind.
Never mind. We'll get to it later. It'll come to me.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. See,
I'm
you
just
knew the whole fucking time. You're
I
just
was
fucking with
messing
me.
with you, Brett.
Stuart Stone as Danny, Lewis's roommate. Brian Lechner as Officer Keeney. Jim Beaver as Sheriff Ritter.
I know him too.
Hugh Dane as Man at the Door. Jay Hernandez as the Marine. Basil Wallace as the car salesman. Rachel Singer as the gas station manager. Satch Huizinga as Mr. Jones. Luis Cortez as the night manager. Kenneth White as Ronald Ellinghaus. Walton Goggins as he's in deleted scenes as a cop. And Anna Mal, uncredited, as the cable TV porn actress. You know who Anna Mal is? You ever seen any of her work, Carl?
Nope. Never heard of him.
She's like late 80s, early 90s porn actress.
No clue. I
She's
thought it was
dead.
a man.
She's dead now.
I'm sure she is, or he, or it, or whatever.
Uh, all right. That is the cast of what is this we're doing?
Joyride.
Joyride.
I'm just glad that I'm not totally
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm just glad I'm not in a total coma like I was for last week's episode. I actually was embarrassed watching that episode. I just was really hurting though, so I apologize for last week.
Well,
I just realized,
like 2 episodes before that, I had to fake it through myself because
bro, look at this. The damn Annabelle fell out.
oh no, that's not good.
That's a curse right there. Wow. We're in trouble. Annabelle fell out of her thing. Now she's back. Damn.
All right, Carl, let's hear the
I'll try to give you the plot. So Paul Walker gets his brother out of jail and is running around in some fancy car. And
It's an old car.
it's an old car. I don't know old cars. I'm not a car person. I never have been. So they get on the CB. If you don't know what a CB is, I don't even know if they still make CBs anymore.
Oh yeah, they do.
18-wheeler truckers use them primarily. So these two are goofing around with a trucker, acting like they're a female or whatever. So eventually, I don't remember how this thing goes. The dude finally like runs into him or some crap.
They were supposed to meet him at a hotel.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole plot there.
And
some guy gets like almost killed. I don't understand that.
Yeah,
you can explain it if you want. I
they
don't
they
get it.
they sent the guy to the room with some salesman or something in it, and he was like at the office of the hotel being an asshole to the one brother, and so that's why they gave him that room number. And the guy they're listening through the wall and everything, and the guy's getting his shit beat out of him by Rusty Nail.
Because Rusty Nail thought he was meeting a girl, and look, we are endorsed by Mountain Dew now.
I wish we were endorsed by Mountain Dew. But anyway, he more or less like follows them all around because they're traveling from California to Colorado to pick up this
car.
To pick up this girlfriend of his or whatever. And
yeah. But then I don't know. I don't really get this movie, Rutch. They end up with They end up with the girl going back somewhere, and the fool finds them again.
Yep.
So this whole movie is this Rusty Nails or whatever chasing Paul Walker, his brother, and the girl around.
Yep. And he kidnaps the girl's friend.
Which made no sense either.
It's like, okay. But yeah, the Rusty Nail follows him and keeps chasing him around and had him held up there in a motel room for a while.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's pretty crazy some of the shit he does. Uh there really weren't that many special effects in this really at all.
Now this it almost felt to me like it was a made for TV movie. There's minimal violence, minimal language. So yeah, it just seems pretty basic.
Basic well, basically what it was is he was screwing back with them because they screwed with him, pretending that he was a girl talking to him and stuff. And
I know it just seems very convoluted to me.
so, and yeah, he was getting his revenge or whatever on him for fucking with him. So okay, that's basically the plot. Let's see here. There was alternate footage. There's 29-minute long alternate ending and 4 other shorter alternate endings. The main one featured Rusty Nail's shotgun suicide, and numerous bodies are found by the police in his trailer. One featured Rusty Nail being arrested, another being beaten in a fight with both Thomas brothers, another in which he is blown up in his truck. Another saw Rusty Nail run over with his own truck. The ending featured in the actual theatrical cut of the film is the only ending in which Rusty Nails lives. And there's also numerous deleted scenes. Maybe they should have, I think they probably tried to cut out more of the violence to keep an R rating, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
In the alternate ending where Rusty Nail's truck explodes, there's a water tower behind the truck as it burns. The original intention was to have the truck hit the water tower and have the water tower come down and put out the flames so that it would be believable if Rusty Nail survived. However, time constraints kept the scene from being filmed, and they spent $100,000 on a fucking water tower for nothing.
Oh, hell.
Sobieski filmed 2 romantic interludes, one with Zahn and one with Walker during the shooting and reshooting of the film. Both scenes ended up getting cut out. This may explain why Venna appears to be romantically interested in both of them.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. On the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, 74% of 116 critics' reviews are positive. So it got a 74%, with an average of 6.6 out of 10. They're calling it a B movie thriller.
I would not disagree.
Yeah.
I would not disagree at all. I think that's a pretty good analysis.
And Cinema Score gave the film an average grade of B plus on an A plus to F scale. Do you want to hear what Roger Ebert said about it?
Yeah, I might agree with him.
Roger Ebert said Joyride gave Joyride 3.5 stars out of a possible 4. Wow. Described the film as a first-rate pure thriller, which was anchored by convincing characters and a halfway plausible setup. He had a few minor quibbles about aspects of individual scenes, but also said the climax was relentlessly well crafted. So that's what Roger Ebert. He hardly ever talks good about anything, man.
Not really.
Jeez. Let's see here. Accolades. 2001, it was nominated for Best Horror Movie of the Year and Most Underrated Movie of the Year for the first annual Golden Schmo Awards. Then in 2002, the 28th Saturn Awards, it was nominated for Best Action Adventure or Thriller Film. And the 10th Annual Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, nominated for Best Wide Release Film and Best Score. Which I don't know how it got that. I guess it wasn't that bad of a score, but
It wasn't no award winner.
not really.
Not really.
All right, I guess we'll get into some trivia here. We've already talked about that. Silence of the Lambs that you fucked with me about. For the nighttime chase scenes, the headlights of the trucks and cars were replaced by aircraft landing lights for extra brightness. This helped to bring down the exposure enough to keep the sky consistently black even at early dawn. Let's see here. Although Ted Levine provides Rusty Nail's voice, he actually wasn't brought in until post-production. And physically, Rusty Nail is played by the hulking actor Matthew Kimbrough, which was also not said except in Spanish. Three different versions of the ending were shot. We just said there was 4 a minute ago. Shit. What the hell's up with that?
Somebody lying to you, I guess.
Somebody's lying. Who should I believe more? The ending that was chosen for the final cut is the only ending in which Rusty Nails lives. Eric Stoltz was nearly cast for the role of Rusty Nail, but director John Dahl felt Stoltz didn't sound scary and intense enough, so part was given to Dahl's first choice. Ted Levine, Sylvester Stallone, and Eric Roberts were also considered for the role. Roberts and Steve Zahn would appear later in National Security in 2003. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I don't see that at all.
I think he would have been great.
You think so?
Yeah.
Eric Roberts would have been good too. Let's see here. To avoid the unpleasant effects of having to remove scotch tape from Lily Sobieski's hair and skin after the take, she was tied up with a strong, thick plastic film like thick saran wrap, which looked like tape and stuck almost like tape, but which was glueless, making its removal simple and fuss-free. Well, that's the scene where they're in the motel room and got the shotgun aimed at her, and if you
Well,
open
she's
up
in the motel room for about
it,
half the movie, it felt like.
yeah.
I felt like they underutilized her.
It looked like saran wrap to me. It didn't look like tape.
No, it didn't look like tape. But no, I think she was underutilized in this movie.
Yeah.
They could have done a lot better with her.
This film took John Dahl 4 years to get made.
Guess the dude's dedicated.
Let's see here. According to Steve Zahn in the audio commentary, the first scene inside the motel room where Lewis and Fuller are listening through the wall was actually shot on a set built inside a former aircraft hangar. The same hangar where Howard Hughes built the Spruce Goose. Wow. This originally was named Roadkill in the UK, since taking a joyride is not the pleasant journey it is in the States. Rather, the name for when youth steals cars and race each other and get chased by the cops, driving rings around the cops at high speed and eventually total out, usually setting fire to, and then dump the car. Similarly, the film was also named Roadkill in Australia. During the opening credits, when the camera pans around Paul Walker's room, a toy model of the car is visible on the dresser. I think it was a 71 Plymouth Fury, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure.
In the ending where Rusty Nail's truck explodes, you can see a water tower behind the
You
truck.
already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Shit. Double talking here. Between 1999 and 2001, during the original filming and all the reshoots, which included changing the ending a few times, like we've talked about. There were several versions of the film which were not shown at various test screenings over the course of the entire 2 years long production. Some, for example, include two different actors, including Rusty Nail, and some didn't include the scene where Lewis and Fuller are forced to go naked into the diner. Instead of those versions, after the scene where they and Venna realize that Rusty has kidnapped Charlotte and are told him to go to the cornfield, as shown in the alternate Rusty Nail voice actors on video and DVD and Blu-ray. But each version of the film would always get great response from test audiences. Paul Walker and Ted Levine also worked on The Fast and the Furious from 2001, the same year. So there's the answer to your
Okay,
question.
there's my answer.
So
You answered my question. So if this had come out a few years later, it probably would have been a bigger hit.
maybe, yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to read through these before I actually talk about them. During the course of the movie, watch the LED signal strength indicator on the Brothers CB radio. First four indicator lights change colors in nearly every scene, including bright green, dark green, yellow, red, and crimson. This is obviously intentional and not a series of continuity errors. In fact, it's an accurate portrayal. CBs with the LED signal meter do in fact go from amber to green to red, with weakest signals being amber and medium being green and red for very close signals. However, on AM band, they do not bounce while the signal is being received. This only happens on sideband. You don't know nothing about radio,
Dude, I think you've lost the audience with that one right there.
got to be
There ain't nobody give a flip about a CB in 2025.
It'd actually be a good thing to have as a backup.
Yeah, but
because
I don't
they can run off, they run off batteries for sure. So
I don't think that last bit of trivia anybody caught, period. Unless we have truck drivers listening, then they probably did. Other than that, I don't know.
I had CB back in the day. Had a base unit and a one in my truck. So there's the hillbilly coming out in me.
I was gonna say I had a walkie-talkie. I guess that's similar. We used
Uh,
to pick up some of the CBs on the walkie-talkies. Some
yeah, and baby monitors and all kinds of stuff with them. Let's see here. The Hazen Market is located roughly 40 miles east of Reno on Highway 50 in Hazen, Nevada. Closed in 2008 after roughly 70 years of operation because changes to Highway 50 made it difficult for travelers to stop there. That's like the truck stop that was in the movie. It was an actual truck stop. Let's see here. Tobey Maguire was attached for the role as Lewis Thomas in an early pre-production, but dropped out and was replaced by Paul Walker. Freddie Prinze Jr. was also considered for the role.
he was pretty popular at that point too.
Yeah. Rusty Nail's truck is a Peterbilt 359 for all you truckers out there.
We got a trucker right here just showed up.
Oh no, there's
You
a
want to talk
trucker.
about your CB radios?
You mother trucker. In the diner scene, when Paul Walker and Steve Zahn are naked, you can hear Rusty Nail laughing loudly and maniacally as they run back out to the car.
Scarlett thinks that's funny that Paul Walker was naked in it.
Ah, As Lewis is looking at his map of the car, his finger follows the road from Red Rock past Green River and down southwest. Director John Dahl's earlier motel-based thriller was Red Rock West from 1993. I don't know if I've even ever heard of that before.
I don't know.
Lewis drives a 1971 Chrysler Newport, which I think is basically the same thing as a Fury, Plymouth Fury.
Don't ask me.
You're probably gonna
Didn't
catch
know.
shit from all these car.
You
fanatics
probably
now.
will, but at least I'm saying I don't know shit about cars, so I'm not a car guy. I drive a Bronco, which Brett told me not to buy.
Used to be some dealerships like back in the day, they would you could get a CB radio pre-installed in your truck. Back in the day, lots of people had CBs back then.
You probably had a ham radio too.
No, I didn't have a ham radio because you need a big ass antenna for that.
What was that? Isn't there another kind of a radio they used to have?
I don't know, ham radio and CB. Oh, let's see here. At 11:07 mark in the film, a trucker on the CB radio warns that there's a Kojak with a Kodak in Jamestown. This is CB slang for a cop with a radar. It refers to the cop show Kojak in 1973 in the famous film company.
Telly Savalas was
Yep.
Kojak.
Yep. Who loves you, baby? Incidentally, this film was shot on Kodak film as shown in the credits.
Well, fuck, wasn't everything shot on Kodak film then?
I think so, yeah.
Back when film was actually used?
Some people still actually use film.
They do. They do.
Let's see here. In one scene, a seemingly maniacal ice truck pulls up to a gas station that the
Now
brothers
that I
had
don't
pulled up
get.
to.
Explain this one, yeah.
In
The ice
Duel
truck.
from 1971, released the same year as the car they're driving, a likewise maniacal truck pulls up to our hero David Mann, and a small billboard for ice is visible in the background. I don't know why.
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
I don't know what the ice truck driver, what he had to do. I guess they wanted to make you think that was the.
I thought it was him.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
No, I think it was. I think at the end they figure out it was him.
Well, let's see here.
I don't know. All this CB talk's making me sleepy.
Oh, that's funny. Despite Rusty Nail being referred to as a psychotic killer in the film's description and hypnosis, he is only shown to have killed two people, the night manager in the final motel and the ice truck driver from the gas station he puts in his truck as a decoy body to escape. The room 17 victim is still alive, though he had his lower jaw ripped out. Yeah, that's another thing. He just ripped people's jaws off, made them jawless. Due to the reshoots and alternate endings being shot years apart, Fuller has to wear a wig during the ending sequence used in the final cut and the other alternate ending. In the original ending that wasn't used, though, it was his natural hair. See, that's what you get for fucking around and taking 3-4 years to make a movie. When you reshoot a whole movie and then you go back 3 years later and reshoot it again, it's like, come on. There's 3 references to Terminator in this film. Fuller tells Lewis, in 100 years I'll be dead. Sarah Connor's co-worker in the Terminator told her something similar. In 100 years, who's going to care? The truck stop manager, where Fuller and Lewis go inside naked, was played by Robert Winley, the cigar biker in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, who encounters a naked Terminator. This was his final film before passing away of brain cancer 16 days after the film's release. And the truck stop waitress is played by Gwendolyn Deacon. She also played the night nurse in Terminator 2. There used to be a clown named Rusty Nails who was the inspiration for Krusty the Clown in The Simpsons. There's also an actor named Rusty Nails and a director named Rusty Nails. That's funny. Oh, let's see here. This is the second of 4 films that Steve Zahn plays a character who is incarcerated. He did so in Happy Texas, 1999, again in National Security in 2003, then in Mr. Monk's Other Brother from 2009. And that's about all the trivia I got for Joyride. We've pretty much covered everything else. So, what's your thoughts on this movie there, Carl?
Ah, Halloween is killing me. I didn't like the movie. I thought it was slow and boring. I did. Didn't really pay off. So I got interested at one point in it. Then I just sort of lost interest in it. Not a
Okay.
big fan.
All right. So, what are you going to rate this at?
I'll give it a 2.5.
A 2.5? You're going halfway there?
Isn't that what Roger Ebert gave it?
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
going with my buddy. Yep.
No, 3.5. He gave a 3.
Well, he's only on a but yeah, I didn't think this movie was good.
That's out of 4. They only could do out of 4. So,
Well, that's all I'm giving it.
all right.
I don't really know anything about this movie. It's just sort of nah.
Well, I think we'd bought this on DVD, and both my girls, I guess, were like the Paul Walker and stuff, so they watched it all the time.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I was probably stuck watching it a few times. I don't mind this movie. I think everybody did a good job in it. They actually did a good job with the cinematography with all the car scenes and stuff. I wonder if that guy did the other movies with Paul Walker.
Unlikely.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't mind this movie. I think it could have been better. I think they could have done a lot more with it. I think they took the wrong scenes out that they cut out, and the other scenes probably were better, is what I think. But I think they were trying to keep it, at an R rating, so they had to do what they had to do. But I don't mind this movie. I think it's got a good story to it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 with old Roger Egbert.
Well, I guess. I don't know.
So
Nah, I'm gonna pass on this movie. If you haven't seen it, I say skip it. Unless you like Paul Walker, because he is a pretty dude.
he's pretty. Candycane.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, all right. I guess that's all we got for this movie that
Well,
Carl
I
don't like.
don't like it. I would rather talk about this. Happy 80th birthday to Peter Criss of Kiss. And
Yeah, I seen
would
that.
like to promote right here. It is his brand new album that just came out. 80 years old and putting out a new record. So I gotta
Wow.
give a
So Peter is the oldest one out of all of them, huh?
yes, yep. And good record. He did a great job with it.
Oh, have you heard it already? Is it on Apple?
Yeah. Actually, you have to buy it.
Oh, really?
It's on iTunes. But I don't mind paying Peter $9 to get a record. So yeah, highly recommend this. I think it's a great album.
Well,
Not
good.
expected at age 80 for Peter Criss to come out with a record. So wanted to give a shout out to the original drummer of Kiss. Very proud of him and good job.
Well, great. That's awesome. So, All right. Well, thanks
Shout out to my new chair. I like it.
Well, cool. I'm gonna have to find me something new. This one's old anyway, so. And I got two of the same chair, an old Skelly over there.
If anybody wants my old chair, it's currently out in the front yard. And I was probably going to take it to the garage.
It'd be a good chair for the garage.
That was Lisa's chair, actually.
Oh, is that the one when she was working from home or whatever?
It was more comfortable than my old chair, which is in the kids' room. Scarlett's probably sitting in it right now.
All right.
That's all I got.
And another shout out to my daughter for requesting this.
Yeah, I'm glad she requested it because
that was really surprising to me because
I really like getting a movie that I don't know anything about and watching it like that. It's fun. You know, sometimes it turns out something I like and sometimes I don't. You know, I'm pretty hard to please, I think. More so than Brett, maybe. But yeah, we need more requests. Send them in.
Easy pleasy.
As long as it's not the Blood for Frankenstein or whatever.
Flesh for Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You might like that, actually.
Don't know.
You'll have to watch it.
Well, that's all we got.
All right, everybody, check us out on all the social medias. Check us out on Screamify. We're on there. $2.99 a month. They got he adds movies like every week. He adds 3 or 4 or 5 movies on there. So
if you want haunted house shirts, T Public, just search for Count Karabi's Museum. We still got t-shirts. I don't know that we got a haunted house anymore, but we sure the hell got t-shirts.
They'll be collector's items someday.
They may not be because I'm going to keep buying them. T Public is now my place of choice to buy clothes. Shirts, at least.
I need to get me one. I'm going to put a couple of different podcast ones up there too on our.
I've actually got a test podcast one on the Count Karabi page, but I didn't even mean to put it there. But I'm thinking about ordering it just for shits and grins, see what it looks like.
Well, send me the picture of it, and I'll throw it up on ours.
Well, I don't even know that I would want it. Like I said, I might order one just to see, but it was sort of a fucked up image, but it looks okay on T Public, but I don't know what it looked like. These things I made for the museums look great, man. All of them do. They're colorful. The print is just great. I'm really proud of T Public now.
Yeah, they do good work for sure.
Yeah.
And if you buy so much from them, you get free shipping. Like if you spend $70, you get free shipping. So
it took me like 100 attempts to finally come up with something like this particular kind of cream colored logo. It looks good on everything.
Yeah.
Any color.
All right.
Well, that's my pimp out of the week.
We're done pimping.
Count Karabi Museum shirts, Screamify. We're still on Spreaker.
Yep. All right. Stay evil, everybody.
If you're a podcast person, go to Spreaker.
Stay evil.
If you had a car, you could pick me up in Colorado. We could have an adventure. You know, the two of us.
You'd want that?
How far would you go for the girl you've always wanted?
Sexy choice. Vintage 1971.
How much would you do for a brother in need?
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll drop him off in Denver. I'll see you tomorrow.
Breaker 19.
This is like a prehistoric internet or something. Can you do a woman's voice?
How much fun could you have?
Hey there, this is candycane. Who's this?
Rustynail.
If I were there, rustynail, I'd make you feel good.
This is turning me on.
When the joke...
I'll be at the Lone Star Motel.
What room?
Room 17. I can't wait.
This is awesome!
...is now on you.
Who the hell is it?
We had a little incident here last night. The victim was staying in room 17.
What happened to him?
Ripped his jaw clean off.
This fall...
So you guys ready for an adventure or what?
Everything you say...
Candycane.
We saw what you did to that guy. You pathetic, lonely freak show.
...will come back to haunt you.
You really should get that fixed.
Get what fixed?
That tail light.
Everything you see is going to terrify you. And everything you hear...
Who's the pretty girl?
He's watching us!
...is going to drive you...
Go, go!
...over the edge.
Now leave it alone, please! We'll do whatever you want!
I want you two to head inside naked. So how does it feel to be the freak in the room?
Hey, we're sorry!
Why'd you do it?
It's just for fun, just for a laugh.
You don't feel like getting together in a motel later. Room 17. Do not be 1 minute late.
Don't open the door! Don't open the door!
So you still good, or need me to drive?